Bonjour tout le monde, yes it's me and today I'm gonna teach you how to use the sidechain in LMMS. And I'm not gonna tell you in the same way as the other YouTubers who cover this feature on the DAO did, because today I'm gonna teach you my own ways of using it, but a little bit more in depth. This video will probably last around 20 minutes, so take a seat, make you comfortable, and especially follow every step in the video to figure out how you can use it in your future progression. So before praying into this, we're gonna have to ask the question, what's the sidechain? For those who don't know, the sidechain in EDM is basically when an instrument gets its volume turned down to leave more room for a kick, or also as a way of using specific scenes for specific times. It's basically a standard production effect that everyone uses, and LMMS is able to have it as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, and let me show you how to use it. Welcome back to the project, and now that you know what is the sidechain, we're gonna see how to use the sidechain in LMMS. And the three things, at least for me, the three ways to make it is by, from the worst to the best, a VST or plugin, volume automation, and the peak controller. And don't worry, everything will be very easy to do, and you're gonna get it how to do that much more efficiently. So first off, we have this kick and bass pattern that I made. It's just a slap horse bass from Vital, because slap horse do have a lot of offbeat note, and I feel like it would be good to showcase how to use the sidechain. So it sounds like this, and with the kick at the beginning. You can see that the sub bass of the kick and the bass clash together. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna put the bass in a mixer channel and the kick in another one. Here, bass, kick. So the first thing I said is a plugin, and so personally, the only one I could recommend was free is Kickstart 2. As you can see, I'm using the demo because, yeah, that's I'm broke, you know. So yeah, there is this thing that kind of shaped the form of the sidechain. There's a lot of sidechain preset as well. So of course, since it's slap house and it's house, we have to put in 1/4 and just shape the form of the kick, kind of to match also the bass. There we go. So yeah, we have a basic session, and that's pretty much it for Kickstarter. That's like not really useful. So the second way to use the sidechain is with an amplifier plugin. So that's kind of like pretty balance of FL Studio. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna drag and drop here. So we do Control and hold the left click, and we drag it here. So we have this automation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this thing to 0 here, and this gonna be at 100%, like this. And then we use the thing here. I don't know how it's called, but it's basically kind of making something like that. And if I put the curve here, that's basically the section. And so you do the same thing here, and that's a basic section thing that you have now. And so you duplicate by doing Control and right click, kind of the same for putting the thing in the thing as I did. And yeah, we kind of have the sidechain thing. And actually, the volume automation do have its own purposes, and that's why we're gonna go in another project I have to show you the thing actually. All right, so I made quickly a little more simplified version of my internal I'm So Lucky remix that I did, kind of a future bass, and that's what I'm thinking about when it comes to volume automation and LFOs. And so yeah, this is what you have so far. and that's why you have to add that actually to make it much more interesting. So basically you have to kind of make a lot of shapes in order to do that. So let me do that. Let me show you how to do it pretty much. So we're gonna make another automation because that's pretty much the same thing I copy paste from my project. So I'm gonna make a new one with you. So as I said, amplifier, volume here, copy paste, and so the thing here is playing a lot with the length of the thing. So we're gonna go maybe like 140 to 632 maybe. So like we're gonna turn off the other thing. Everything is silent now. So to make a feature base or trap kind of LFOs, you kind of have to be quantized. So for now we have one for quantization. So we just make the thing in the middle, like that. And so something like this. Now we go even more further. We can go something like that, and then we put one thing here, and so we put this at 0 and one thing here. So it's much more shorter. And we can do even more crazy thing and do something like that. 0 here. And much more with like 132 again, something like that. Do this at 0, something like here. 0 again. Wait, here. And do something like that. 0, 1, kind of like that. Always do 100 and 0. That's kind of how the LFO is done, and we kind of pretty much do something like that. So that's the basic things to do this, but it's not good, and the reason why is because of the shape. Because as you can see, the shape is 0, then 100 at the middle of it, and then 0. So it's kind of like it's good, but at the same time it's not. So the only thing that you have to do is just put the 100 a bit further like that to make it much more kind of like in a much more better way actually. You see, if I were about to do the same thing as here, so I'm gonna make another, I'm gonna copy paste the thing here, there, and I return the thing in the middle of it. You can really see the difference between the middle one, because the normal one just gonna make gonna go to the shape of it, so very middly. But if you do a little bit ahead like that, just like one ahead of the thing, it's much more feature based feeling kind of. If I do something like that, you kind of see what I'm meaning. You see, it's much more slow on this normal one, but when you do something like that, it's much more faster. And so if I were about to do something like 132, so we're gonna have to do something like that, and then 0, and then here like this. And so now we have a basic, I don't know, 1/4 LFO, something like that. I'm not even sure what I'm saying, but you know the rhythm actually. It's not good at all. The only thing we have to do, as before, just put the thing here a little bit ahead of the other thing. So we put it one time like that, one time like that, one time like this, and one time like that. Kind of have to have that shape, and now it sounds better if I put it like that compared to this. And so the last thing you see here, I showed you these things in the whole time. That's the ultimate thing that you could ever do actually. So the thing that we're gonna do is to take the sidechain thing here. Actually, I'm gonna put it in the description, the XPF file, because I don't want to teach you exactly how to make it from scratch. Some other people did if you really want to know how to make it by yourself. But personally, I feel like it's gonna be a waste of time if I tell you how to do it from scratch. Just put the preset and do the thing as I'm gonna show you, and it's gonna be much more faster than if you were about to doing from scratch. And that's why I'm gonna teach you the more, at least from my personal, more efficient way to use the sidechain using P controller. So basically, it's just a triple oscillator with a P controller on it. Just don't touch anything. Just leave it like it is actually. But if you remove the P controller, it's just like a white noise kind of style actually. And that's gonna be useful for later, but you're gonna see what I mean. So basically we have the sidechain. We don't have to put it in a mixer channel, we're just gonna put it like that. And so if you're about to do something house, for example, let's say pretty house, slap house, bounce, stuff like this. So you go to the piano roll and you're just gonna make the pattern of the sidechain. So we're gonna go here and just put 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll have a basic thing like that. I tend to do like I go to the S thing here and I just press Y. It's much more faster actually to just do it like that. So you can have like a simple thing for a floor beat type of things. And next we go to the mixer channel. You go add an effect. We're gonna get Scarf Sidechain Labsca. So next, the thing you're gonna do is right click on SC level. Normally there is a thing, I'm gonna screenshot it just so you can see, but there is a connect to controller here, and then you have that box coming up. Just press controller. I don't know why it's controller 2, but that's like the controller that you have, and just press OK. And now if I do play the thing, it's not working because I have to apply the ratio also. I'm just gonna put it to 7 as I usually do, and now we have a sidechain, a basic sidechain, but we can do a lot more stuff with that. The only thing I would recommend you to play with is the attack and the release and the ratio. The attack is kind of like how less volume you want to duck. So basically, if you go all the way to 0, then nothing will be heard at the beginning. But if you put like, I don't know, at that amount, it's like there's no seconds. So personally, I just prefer to put at 0 so there's no sounds at all. And about the release, it kind of depends on what you want. If you want to have a very long release or fast release, actually. So we have that. Very stupid, but it's just to show you how the release is kind of doing. So if I were about to play the thing and play with the release thing, the release knob, you're gonna get what I mean. It's kind of like the release is kind of like how many times the song will get to his peak after the attack actually. And so yeah, if you were about to do something housey, that's kind of like that actually. And so with the kick and the stuff. And so you do that with every mixer channel that you want the sidechain to be in, actually. And so, yeah, that's pretty much that. Also, there is one middle thing that you have to keep in mind when you use a sidechain. I'm gonna make another mixer channel to put with the bass. I'm gonna mix it a little bit, actually. So yeah, I did mix it a little bit. There's a lot of stuff that I put. some weird stuff, but just to you get my point, I just replayed a little bit the base. And now you see the sidechain is the first thing, which is bad. And what this is why it's bad. So here we have the sidechain where is first, and so is compressed with a lot of the other effects. And it's not good at all because every other effects kind of covers the sidechain in a bad way. But if you put the sidechain on the end, at the end of everything, everything will get covered by the sidechain. Just keep that in mind. Now, if I go back to the other project, so the little 3D pressings, actually it's not the same because obviously Vtuber is not on a regular 400 pattern like house, but on a kick snare, so it's very different. And you can see that on the right I put some sidechain as well here. And yeah, I'm gonna show you just how you can do the thing also because it's very versatile. So first we have that. So if you want to do something future bass, trap, dubstep with all this kick and snare type of pattern, just put the regular sidechain with the SC level connected to the controller, the ratio at 7. At least for me, I always put to 7, and the attack at 0, basically. And don't touch anything else. And so yeah, that's pretty much that. And next, what you're gonna do actually is taking the kick and the snare and try to replicate the rhythm on the piano wall, and that's basically that. You see, I put also some less velocity on the snares because it's a trick that Elation said before, that you need to make another sidechain, but with some less volume. He kind of explained it in his video, and now you're pretty much done now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of what I wanted to show you all. I hope I was clear in my explanation. I hope it was useful. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna get to the outro and here it is, guys, the ultimate guide on how to use such an LMMS. I hope it was useful and that you're gonna be more efficient with your next production, because if I got accepted to a big promotion channel, you can as well. You just need everything that is needed to make some good bangers, even for free. And yeah, you can do it, I believe in you. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you loved the video, consider liking it, subscribe, sharing the notification bell, comment if the tutorial makes your sounds better. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a few days. Be blessed. Au revoir.